Right, this is Nathan Bridge, attempting task 2 of talent identification unit. He's going to attempt to describe and evaluate a current talent identification program for a specific sport. So, Nathan, what is your program called?
Power Podium.
Okay, and what sport is it for specifically?
For skeleton.
Good. So, who's made up this program? What sort of who is it that's doing it?
It's just people who are involved in the Olympics.
Yeah. So what's that company called or whatever? Okay. What's the website that they're going through?
UK Sport.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, it's a UK Sport Talent ID program. So who's it aimed for?
It's aimed for. Do you mean what is the aim of the program?
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Who's it aimed for? What is the aim? Yeah.
The aim is for to search for fast, powerful, and competitive male and female athletes who want to become Olympic champions in skeleton.
Right. Yeah.
For the 2022 Olympic Games.
Right. Good. Right. So yeah, who's it targeting then?
It's targeted at obviously male and female athletes, but they've got between the age of 17 and 25.
Yeah.
They've got the fast, powerful, and competitive.
Yeah.
And they've currently got to compete in any sport at a regional level or above.
Yeah, good. So, do they have to be interested in skeleton or have done it before or anything like that?
No, you don't need any
experience. Right, good. So, how would they apply for it then?
Well, there's an application form online.
Yeah. So, where's that? Whereabouts online?
So, it'll be on the UK Sport website.
Good. Right. So, generic application form. Then what happens?
Yeah. So after they've done this application form, they would go. Obviously, if you've got selected from the application form, and there's 3 stages after this, and the next stage is the first step to identifying talent, and it involves the people who have been picked from the application form to go somewhere like Bath, and to be put through generic fitness tests such as like bleep tests and rowing tests, cycling tests, all that kind of just generic stuff.
Yeah.
Then
right. Yeah. Go on.
The next one.
Yeah.
Then the next stage will be more. Will be obviously the people who get the best results from the first stage.
Yeah.
They will go through and do more fitness tests, but these tests will be more sport specific. So sprint tests, power tests such as vertical jumps and like leg extension, 1 rep max, stuff like that. And also with sport specific will be scientific tests as well, where you're kind of like wired up to computers and they'll test different stuff like your VO2 max and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. And then what after phase 2? What they would
Phase 2. So obviously then we'll try to cut down to make sure that it's only the best people that go through, and that the stage 3 is where you'll be invited to a European training camp, and this is to see if you can adapt to the skeleton skills, so how you are on the ice and stuff like that.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah. Good. And then after that, what happens once they've been selected?
So then obviously if you're selected from this European camp, then you put into the actual development stage, which is like six years of just training.
Yeah, good.
From the best.
Right, good. Right, so what are the strengths of that program then?
The first strength that I'm going to talk about is that you don't have to have any experience in skeleton at all. This is good obviously if you live in England, because most people aren't going to have done skeleton before, because we don't really get much store, and the facilities in England to train at the sport are non-existent. So obviously this is strength because it can give people a fresh start in the sport.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, good.
The next strength I'm going to talk about is the different stages. These different stages are very good because they filter out the ones that aren't going to make it. So it leaves the people who are in peak physical condition, but who are also mentally tough too. So people aren't going to give up at the first hurdle. So the 3 stages make sure that the ones left at the end of it are the people who are very likely to become the next Olympic champion.
Good, yeah.
The next strength is that this identification program could also be used for another sport, which is bobsled. This is used. This is strength because both sports need similar aspects of fitness, like power and speed.
Yep.
So the program runners would make it into a skeleton and bobsled talent ID program, and then they're more likely to bring in more interested people because boxing is obviously a more popular sport because of stuff like film Cool Runnings.
Yeah, right, go on. Then, weaknesses, what are the weaknesses?
Weaknesses, the first weakness I'm going to talk about is the dates of the first phase. They're very close together, from 26th of April to 11th of May. So this is unfair on people if somebody is injured, because then their chances of becoming the next Olympic champion are ruined, because obviously they won't be able to attend or they won't be able to get good scores if they're injured. So they should spread it across 3 months or maybe even more, to give injured people the opportunity to attend that first phase.
Good.
The next phase is the next weakness is that I'm going to talk about is the locations of the first phase again. There's only 3 locations, that's Bath, Loughborough and London. These locations are weakness because it could be very difficult for people to get to any of these locations because of obviously if they don't have enough money or travel, stuff like that. So there needs to be more locations. So somewhere like Leeds and Newcastle, and then also places in Scotland and Northern Ireland because I think it's Team GB, isn't it?
Yep, good, yep.
Got to take into them. The next weakness that I'm going to talk about is the target group that the programme is aimed at. It says 17 to 25 year olds. I think this is a weakness because there are a lot of 15 and 16 year olds who are very physically fit, and these people are younger so they have more room to develop. So excluding these ones from the programme could be costly for finding the next Olympic champion.
Right, good. Right then, overall then, so do you think it's going to be a successful programme after you've evaluated it there then? Do you think it's going to be successful?
I don't know, because obviously it has been successful through like people like Lizzie Arnold who have obviously found it and done it and become obviously the next Olympic champion, but I think the advertising of it is pretty weak because I wouldn't have known about it unless obviously you'd have showed us it, so it needs to be put out there on billboards and advertising TV and stuff like that.
Right, good. So, yes or no, do you reckon it's going to be successful?
No. In the future, no.
Right, so what would you do differently then to more advertisement?
Obviously, yeah, more
Get more
advertisement,
people involved.
get more people involved, put it into colleges and stuff.